kind of nailing it. Hotels.com. They don't need me right now.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Beast of the Southeast, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tonight's racing action, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series. And boy, do we have a good show for you here tonight. Tons of trucks taking to the track here on the home circuit of NASCAR and our home circuit here at All Pro Racing. This is our Monday night series, the All Pro Truck Series. I am DJ Lion along with Michael D'Amico, going to bring you all the live action here tonight. Qualifying is underway right now. They got 5 minutes to turn 2 laps, and boy, do we have some heavy hitters here for you tonight, including the likes of last week's winner Logan Clampett, J.D. Laird, Stephen Lutch, George Bart, Garrett Smithley is here, Brian Kolb making his first appearance, Mitchell Reeves, Nick Reynolds, all the old school guys are here from the All Pro Racing Series. Now, if you'd like to come and join us and race with us here at All Pro Racing, you can check out our website at all-pro-racing.com. Find our league on the iRacing League section and send us an apply, and we'd be more than happy to talk with you. All these races, we'll get to the different series that we run, but these races here tonight in the Truck Series, there's no entry fee and it pays out winnings. If you are pretty good and you want to run some trucks and make some money, this is a place for you. All the drivers get, the winners of the series get paid out, and then a big championship purse at the end. You can pick getting paid through PayPal or through iRacing credits, so it's a win-win situation for anybody, really, and we have some really great racing. And of course, all the races are being broadcasted live here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. We run Monday nights here at the Top Notch Truck Series. Tomorrow night going to be the Super Late Model Series, and then Sunday nights every other Sunday. We just had the race last night at Daytona, $75 to win, and what a fantastic finish that was. The bi-weekly 50-50 series. So 3 nights of racing here, and I've heard through the grapevine that we might possibly be adding some more. So keep up to date with us on iRacing, on the website, and of course on Facebook. Find us on Facebook, the All Pro Racing Facebook, and of course the All Pro Broadcasting Network on there as well. And if you run a league or you run in a league and you want some good discounted rate broadcasting, and I don't mean that by the product, the quality, we bring a great quality to all the broadcasts, but if you're looking to get yourself broadcasted and you don't have hundreds of dollars to spend, we'll come and we'll do it for you. He'll post something up there to show you where to send an email to if you would like to get your league race broadcasted here, and have Michael and myself grace you with our presence and bring it to the world on what we can do. So qualifying about 3 minutes in now, and of course we wouldn't be able to do this without our sponsors, and tonight's race is being brought to you by Danny Rudy, who is the owner of Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling out of the Washington State area, the West Coast. Some of the best heating and cooling services on the West Coast. Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling, which sponsors tonight's event. And also by Michael Angelo's Painting. If you are looking for some good painting in the Arizona area, check out Michael Angelo's Painting. Houses, sheds, anything that you can want, we do it all. Michael Angelo's Painting. Find him on Facebook and send them a message. Also by John Hedrick and the Paint Shop. A lot of these cars here tonight, or trucks rather, are being painted by him, and we always are pleased to have Mr. Hedrick with us here watching these races in Peeptropolis. And if you're out there watching on the Twitch, twitch.tv/allproracing, there's a little chat section on the right side, and you can log in, create a little chat room, and create a username and chat with us and tell us who you think is going to win, or if you see something you want to talk to us about, we'll mention it on air. And as always, you can tweet hashtag AllProRacing, and we'll read some of those as well. So going good here tonight, and everything is coming together as qualifying is now starting to wrap up. So fastest in practice, Logan Clampett and J.D. Laird were definitely fastest in practice. and we're going to see where they ended up in qualifying here as it starts to wind down. They have turned their laps, but there are a couple people that haven't turned laps yet. George Bark, Ed Williams Jr., Kelly Albright, George Barrage have not turned laps, as well as Andrew Hagel and George Bark, which I do believe these guys are going to, excuse me, rather be elected to start in the rear of the field. So qualifying has wrapped up, and we're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineup. Starting on the front row, Matt Clifton, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. 8th in practice, but on the pole for tonight's race. The number 20, Matt Clifton, 29.217, the driver out of Raleigh, North Carolina. To his outside, the number 69, Matt Coker, in the number 69 car, the 29.259 in second spot. Logan Clampett, last week's winner, the West Coast driver, in the number 44. He's going to roll off in the third spot at a 29.263. And his outside, painting great, J.D. Laird from JDR Graphics. He's going to roll off fourth at a 29.284. Inside of row number 3 in the 5th spot, the number 68 of Damon Gilbert. In his outside, returning veteran driver here at All Pro Racing, the number 43 of Garrett Smithley. Inside of row number 7, he didn't take time in practice, but he qualified up near the front. Stephen Hendren in the number 31 with a 29.312. In his outside, Mitchell Reeves in the number 02 car. He comes in with a 29.333. Inside of row number 5, the number 51 of Dustin Lee. And his outside, Matthew Quick in the 10th spot with a 29.386. Inside of row number 6, Chris E. Pence in the number 26. And to his outside, the number 2 of Austin Jones. Inside of row number 7, newcomer to the series tonight, the number 30 of Brian Kolb. And to his outside, the number 74 of Stephen Lutz. Inside row number 8, the number 25 of Teddy Wisniewski, and his outside, the number 38 of Karsten D. Giantomaso with a 29.492. Inside of row number 9, the number 19 of Mark Arthur, and his outside, the number 5 of Greg Webb. Greg Webb coming in with a 29.528. Inside of row number 10, the number 24 of Ronald Boggs, and to his outside, series sponsor, the number 12 of Danny Rudy. Inside of row number 11 will be the number 54 of series veteran Nick Reynolds with a 29.789. And his outside, the number 14 of Brandon Short. He qualified in at a 29.845. Drivers electing to not take time to start in the rear of the field. George Bark, Ed Williams Jr., Andrew Heigl, George Barrage, and Kelly Albright will all pace the field and start in the back. So pace car is rolling, and we're going to get ready to get underway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Matt Clifton in car number 20 going to be on the front row with Matt Coker to his outside. That WX All-Pro Mopar sponsored machine of Matt Clifton working his way down into turn number 1, and these drivers tonight, I'm telling you what, it's going to be one heck of a race. There's only 30% fuel in these trucks, so they can only go 16 laps, and I talked to a couple of drivers that say if they save, they can go 17. So again, as always here at the All-Pro Racing Leagues, pit stops are going to be a premium. Pace car is in. We're about ready to get underway. Matt Clifton, Matt Coker on the front row, and the green flag is out. We're racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Clifton with the run down to the inside. Oh, we got a quick caution early here, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like the number 2 of Austin Jones has spun down through the infield. Austin Jones in the number 2. Early caution, not even getting into turn number 1. Yellow flag is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we got an instant replay that's going to come up here for you, and you'll be able to see exactly what happened. It looks like he might have got hit and spun down to the inside, but some heavy damage on the left side of the Haas Automation number 2. Yeah, and he did get hit, but it looks like he came down and then didn't know that other truck was there, that white truck that we're seeing. Looks like he just came down the track and was not clear, and Austin Jones, the number 2, goes around here on lap number 1, that 30 truck of Brian Kolb. You see in different angles here, Kolb was in the grass to try to avoid Austin Jones, and Jones just cut down over his right front fender. So again, caution number 1 out on lap number 2. I don't think we're going to see any pit stops here, as these drivers really didn't get any work on their tires. So we're going to stay out and catch up to the pace car. We're going to try it all over again, basically an original restart here. And you see Matt Clifton there riding down on the inside, already trying to save fuel. Again, fuel is going to be at a premium here tonight. A lot of the Drive Coker is down there as well. So these drivers, the unofficial, well, actually the official race distance is going to be 66 laps, and they can go 16 to 17 laps per fuel. So we're going to see a lot of pit stops here tonight, and it should be fun. So they're coming around. I do believe they're going to get the one to go this time by. And nope, we're going to go around one more time. Pace lights are still on as these drivers already on to the very beginning of the race haven't even made one green flag lap, and we're already saving fuel. As you see Clifton down around the apron trying to take the short way around the track, and a lot of other drivers following suit as well. So again, tonight's race is being brought to you by Danny Rudy and Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series, which you're watching here tonight on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. Want to say hey to everyone out there in the Twitch TV chat. Pete Tropolis alive and well tonight. How you guys doing? Post up who you think's going to win and anything else cool that you want to talk about here on the broadcast tonight. This race also being brought to you by Michael Angelo's Painting. Need painting out of Arizona? Need anything painted up? I'm sure that they can help you out. Michael Angelo's Painting out of Arizona. Also by John Hedrick and the paint shop. A lot of these cars out here tonight being painted by him. We always appreciate John Hedrick being here and helping us out and getting these cars looking good for the broadcast. And if you'd like to be sponsored on here, want to get your name out, a racing team, a company, anything you want to do, we got great rates here. Won't overcharge you for anything. I mean, if you throw in a couple large pizzas and, you know, maybe a case of Mountain Dew or something, well, we'll get you on there. I don't know. You're going to have to talk to league owner and admin there, Michael D'Amico, about that. But go ahead and send him a private message on the forum, shoot him an email, and do whatever you need to do if you want to get sponsored on here. We are looking for a series sponsor for the Super Late Model Series that happens tomorrow night. So anyway, lots of cool things happening here at the All Pro Racing League, and we are getting back to go under green flag here in about 1/2 of a lap. As that first caution being brought out, as Austin got into Brian Kolb just a little bit, and around he went. So we're going to try it again here. Original restart lined up and ready to go. Matt Clifton, Matt Coker, Logan Clampett, J.D. Laird, Damon Gilbert, Garrett Smithley, your top 6. Pace car is in. We're about ready to get back underway. Lap number 5. Green flag is out again. Let's see if we can make it to turn 1 this time as Matt Clifton and Matt Coker bring him down the front straightaway. Logan Clampett looking to the inside. He's got the run down there as Coker's going to push up to the racetrack, and Matt Clifton's going to take the lead. Now side-by-side battle for second. Clampett not giving an inch, and Clifton, he's going to come down to try to block the advances of Logan Clampett into turn 3. Clampett's there. Clifton tries to come down, and the door was open just a little bit, and Logan Clampett is going to try to take that position out of turn number 4, but the two-man's working hard on the outside, and Clifton's going to retain that lead. Is now Coker going to fight back on the outside as well. He's got to run up along the outside of Clifton, powering it into turn number 1, but Clampett is there and not giving an inch with that big run through turn number 2. They're still side by side down the back straightaway, almost 3 wide, as Logan Clampett still running down there in that second spot. And he's going to be on, he's using the apron to turn that truck. He's going to push up just a little bit, might open the door for a crossover move. Yep, there it is. Coker going to go back down to the inside, still side by side battle for second as we hit turn number 1. Logan Clampett now stuck up to the outside as Matt Coker is going to go down to the inside, and Clifton, he is loving this. The more they race behind him, the farther away he can get, with that draft just a little bit too strong. And it looks like Clampett, yes, Logan Clampett in that Diet Mountain Dew number 44 is going to be able to take that second spot and set his sights on the current leader of Matt Clifton. So these 3 drivers have pulled out to a little bit of a lead now, and behind them they are still racing hot and heavy back there. J.D. Laird is there, Garrett Smithley, Damon Gilbert. Gilbert running in the 4th now, and here comes Smithley. He's going to go down to the inside. That SegPay Hero Box sponsored number 43. Side by side battle for 4th into turn number 3 as Smithley tries to get the run, but not able to get enough, and he's going to fall back into that 5th spot as Damon Gilbert was able to power in on the outside. Behind them, Stephen Hendren and J.D. Laird going side by side. J.D. trying to find a way in or stay on that outside. Not exactly sure what his plans are right now, but that JDRgraphics.com sponsored machine is looking sweet out there on the track. He does have a hole right behind the number 31, and he's going to jump in and go back down to the inside. The crossover move in effect here as Laird now looking underneath of well, that's Dustin Lee behind him, looking underneath of Stephen Hendren. Laird going to go to try to take that 6th spot away as Dustin Lee looks on, and behind him, here comes Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell very, very fast and meticulous. He's going to work his way to the front before too much longer. This is the best battle on the track right now as Mitchell Reeves trying to get down to the inside of the 51. Behind them, Chris E. Pence, Stephen Lutz, and newcomer Brian Kolb. No sponsors on that truck tonight. That pure white number 30 Toyota looking good, currently running in the 12th spot. He's battling with Stephen Lutz, and behind him, New Englander Teddy Wisniewski going to try to make it up there as well. A lot of these drivers looking good here tonight, and another driver you want to keep your eye on, that number 89 truck of Matthew Quick, that rainbow-colored painted machine with Angry Cat all over. You see the cat eyes on the back and on the front. A lot of drivers talking about last night in the 50-50 series that it was absolutely distracting them. So Matthew Quick using a little technique to distract some drivers out there with his car, or truck rather, as he makes his way down through turns number 1 and 2. And really, Charlotte Motor Speedway has 2 distinct grooves. The outside groove is more of a defensive line. You can run up there to hold your position, but you really can't go up there to pass. So you won't see a lot of drivers ring riding around the outside, but you will see them up there defending their position. So no one really making a move right now. As I say that, it looks like Mitchell Reeves, he's going to go underneath of Dustin Lee instead of sights on Stephen Hendren, and he's going to get the run out of turn number 2, but Lee's going to fight back on the outside. They're going to go side by side using that side draft down the back straightaway, and Mitchell Reeves is going to power into turn number 3 and not be able to clear just yet. So Reeves still digging down on the inside, and now he's going to take that spot. And big wreck in front of him. Garrett Smithley involved. The 31 of Stephen Hendren involved as well. Caution, lap number 15. I didn't see exactly what happened. I just saw Garrett Smithley's truck getting turned head on into the wall, and he went flipping wildly. So caution, lap number 14. And it looks like that possibly Stephen Hendren got into the back of Garrett Smithley when he possibly had to check up for J.D. Laird. Not exactly sure. We're going to show you a replay of exactly what happened, but it does look like that Garrett Smithley Smithley maybe had a run on JD, had to check up a little bit, and Steven Hendren got into the back of Garrett, which shot Garrett down to the inside, and a little overcorrection, and boom, heavy contact into the outside wall. So heavy damage for the number 43 car of Garrett Smithley. But remember, everyone here is allowed one free reset, so he's going to be able to get his truck fixed and be back in there. But tough luck for him. Lap number 14 wrecking on the front straightaway. And I tell you what, I need a breath after that because lots of action going on here tonight, and I don't think I took a breath through that whole 14 laps, but we're under caution now. So Garrett Smithley, a little fan, he's always a fan favorite here, always has lots of fans here. He's going to go ahead and come down to pit road, and we're going to try to get a word with him on exactly what happened there, kind of a little in-race reporter deal with Garrett, and see exactly what happened. But he did take a ride on the front straightaway, helicoptered around, and he's going to go get his truck fixed and be back out. So I'm going to go ahead and try to hook it up here with Garrett and see exactly what his view was on that deal. Hey, Garrett's DJ lineup in the All Pro Broadcasting booth. Man, you're just involved in that wreck right there. What exactly happened from your point of view?
Yeah, I was racing with JD, one of my buddies. 31 just ran over us. I checked up for the 70 car, and I guess 31 didn't have enough respect, so asked him what happened, didn't get an answer, so pretty frustrated, especially since I'm the points leader. I got a lot to lose here, but we got a good Segpay Chevrolet Silverado. I think we'll get back up to the front before the ends.
Oh, absolutely. Got a lot of fans pulling for you out here in the Twitch TV chat, and always good here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You've turned tons of laps around here, Garrett. One of your favorite tracks, and we'll definitely see you back up front here tonight. I mean, what's your plan now? I mean, it kind of got thrown out the window with that, but what do you plan to do? Are you going to drive it to the front, or are you going to save fuel and tires, and what are you going to do?
I'm definitely going to make a shot to drive it to the front. It really depends on where the cautions fall. With this fuel load, we only got 30% fuel. We can only go probably 15 or 16 laps on tires, so it really depends, but I'm just going to drive it as hard as I can, get as many spots as possible, and hopefully we'll get at least a top 5 finish, if not victory lane.
Awesome. Always good hearing from you, Garrett, and hope to see you in victory lane later tonight.
Thanks, DJ.
That's Garrett Smithley, the driver out of Peachtree City, Georgia, now out of Kannapolis, North Carolina. Current points leader, involved in an early wreck right there, not of his doing, but we're going to watch him closely as he's going to restart in the 20th position now after coming out of pit road to get back up towards the front. Now, it looks like a lot of these drivers did pit when we were talking to Garrett and going over that replay. It looks like Matt Clifton, who was your early leader, he's going to come out in the 8th spot after pitting, and Teddy Wisniewski, Brian Kolb, Matt Coker, Damon Gilbert, Logan Clampett, 2 tires possibly right there. So we're going to see how that plays out. Fuel is a huge issue. Tires, maybe not so much, but we're going to be able to tell here very, very soon. Again, I am DJ Line along with Michael D'Amico. We are here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network, bringing you live coverage of tonight's racing action from Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series. 66 laps, 30% fuel. Can these guys make it happen? They have been so far. Lots of great racing action. And again, last week's winner, the number 44 of Logan Clampett, lined up on the front row, back in a spot that he knows very well, at the sacrifice of some tires and some fuel, but we'll see how the cautions play out. So again, pace lights are off. We're going to go green, this time by Logan Clampett, Damon Gilbert, Matt Coker, Brian Kolb, Teddy Wisniewski, your top 5. Here we come into turn number 4. Pace car going to make that hard left-hand turn, and we're going to go back racing here shortly. Clampett and Gilbert on the front row. Green flag flies. We're back underway. Brian Kolb in that white number 30. He's going to look to the outside, still side by side, battling up for that top spot as we hit turn number 1. And Clampett's going to take the early lead behind him. Here comes the number 69 car, Matt Coker, another fast truck here tonight, trying to sneak up on the outside, but Clampett shuts the door. And then down to the inside, here comes Teddy Wisniewski in the number 25. Side by side battle for that second spot. Wisniewski is going to slide up the track. and he's going to still get underneath Coker and Brian Cole, but he's falling back on the outside. No grip out there right now. Teddy Wisniewski moving up towards the front. Here comes Matt Clifton as well in those 4 fresh tires. He's digging hard on the inside. These drivers racing again, and Brian Cole up into the outside wall. Hard contact on the outside wall. He's going to fall back. No contact with any other cars, but a tough break for the number 30 truck of Brian Cole. And now Clampett still out to the lead, but Matt Clifton, he's trying to get around the number 25 car on turn number 4, and he's going to make it stick on the outside. So Clifton and Wisniewski battling. Clifton to the outside, going to try to limit in there, up to the attic of the racetrack. And not enough speed. He's going to have a lot of speed, though, coming off of turn number 2. He's going to try to dip down to the inside underneath of Wisniewski. He does. Late move down to the inside, and Matt Clifton has the preferred position. He's going to slide up just a little bit. Wisniewski giving him a lot of room there. So good racing going on so far. And directly behind them, here comes J.D. Laird in that JDRgraphics.com machine. He looks like he's going to try to go to the outside with Wisniewski, but Clifton's going to have the preferred line on the inside. They're still side by side down the back straightaway. And I know Clifton, he wants to get that spot, but not at the expense of burning up his tires. Now he does. He's going to take that spot over Wisniewski, and Laird is going to try to stick his nose in there, and he does. Very little room, and now Wisniewski's going to power back on the outside of Clifton and try to make it stick in turn 1. So Wisniewski not going away, but that really super high line, no speed up there, and he's going to get past that spot. And now Laird's going to come down and try to take it away as well. Battle for 6. Wisniewski's going to go back into 7th and down to the inside. And J.D. Laird making a little contact with Matt Clifton, trying to late pass down to the inside. Pushes Clifton up the track, and J.D. Laird going to move into that 5th spot. Clifton now going to be trapped on the outside. So a lot of racing left to go, and Clifton knows this, but he's going to try to sneak it down to the inside. Not going to happen right there. Here comes the 74. The 74, Stephen Lutz, the driver out of Ohio, going to try to make the move down there as well. The PM, what does that say on the hood? PMC, PMG. And Wisniewski makes contact with Clifton. Clifton comes back down the track into, heavy contact right there. The caution flag is not out, and now it does. Now it does fly. Caution flag is out. And we're going to watch the replay on Matt Clifton as one wreck caused another right there, and it looks like that Clifton made contact with Wisniewski and up the track. Clifton came back down the track into the 74, shot him down to the inside. And the 38 of Karsten DiGiamato is involved as well as the 42 truck of George Barks. So a couple drivers heavily damaged here on lap number 25. As you're watching the replay, you can see a couple different angles here from what happened, and some contact from Teddy Wisniewski into Matt Clifton, shoved Clifton up into the outside wall, and he ricocheted off the wall back down into the inside of the 74, and all hell broke loose behind them, and we are under caution again on lap number 26. Back live watching Matt Clifton in the pits trying to get his truck repaired, and it looks like he might not be able to repair that. He might have used an earlier repair for some other incident that he was involved in, because his truck is not repairing right now, so we're going to see and keep an eye on that for the rest of the race. Possibly a bug happening right there, maybe, but we'll see as Stephen Lutz, he's going to take his truck behind the wall. He is out of this race after being involved in that last incident. So a couple drivers on pit road as well behind Clifton. You're going to have the 69 of Matt Coker. All your leaders are in. J.D. Laird taking 2 tires. Matt Coker and Logan Clampett taking 4 tires. Mark Arthur as well with 2 tires is down and away. So shaking up at the front of the pack here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 2 and 4 tires happening right now. Garrett Smithley was not involved in that last wreck. He barely made it through down to the inside. He's going to come back out. He has 4 tires as well. Going to come out behind Damon Gilbert and in front of Dustin Lee. Teddy Wisniewski back out on the track as well as Danny Rudy. Those drivers, no damage to their trucks. They are back underway. So 2 tires and 4-tire strategy, playing hard here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it looks like that J.D. Laird is going to be shown as your new leader. I'm going to check the pace car here and see when we're going to go back green, what race control tells us. So we've got a couple more laps before we go back green. Let's talk to someone, see exactly what's going on out there. We try to talk to just about everybody when we go through the races here, get everyone's opinion on what's going on. Let's talk to someone that we haven't talked to in a while. You know, we talked all about him. Let's talk to Matt Clifton. I'm sure. Oh, Matt, he's got something to say. So let's get a hookup here with Matt Clifton. Hey, Matt Clifton, DJ Line in the broadcast booth. How you doing, bud?
Well, was doing okay until somebody, whoever it was, I believe it was the 25, I think it was, ran out of town going into 3.
I mean, that was a hard lick you took right there. Are you able to get your truck repaired and back out there?
Yeah, we're going to be a few laps down, but I'll get back out. Maybe we'll get some more cautions, get back on the lead lap, try to win it.
I hear you. Hey, man, you always run up front and run fast. You just haven't had the luck with you here tonight. I was hoping that tonight would be the night to turn it around, but no luck with that so far. But wish you the best of luck getting back up there. And, you know, we got a long season left for all that money at the end. So, Matt Clifton. And I hope I put him back in the right channel, but, you know, we'll hear about that. He'll file a complaint at the end of the race if I did not put him back up there. So, Matt Clifton, not happy what's going on right now, but you know what? It's racing. It happens, and, you know, that's just the name of the game. Matt Clifton, one of the best drivers out there on the sim right now. Just no luck going on for him, so tough luck for him. We'll get back onto the racetrack, he said, a couple laps down. And, well, actually, now Matt, he's pulling his truck behind the wall here, saying that he's got a record call he's got to go to. So Matt Clifton, real job getting in the way of the race. But hey, you know what? It happens. Priorities call over sim racing. So Matt Clifton taking his truck behind the wall, and he's going to go dig someone out of a ditch here and and help someone out here tonight. So, well, Matt Clifton got wrecked. Someone in real life did, and he's able to take it. So, and he'll be back and possibly get able to talk to him after he comes back, probably about an hour or so. So, all you Matt Clifton fans, sorry about that, but he is now listed officially out of the race. So, pace lights are off of the car, off of the pace car, and we're going to go back racing. We have new leader up front, the number 70 of J.D. Laird, beside the number 19 of Mark Arthur, with Logan Clampett and Matt Koch behind them. Here we go, green flag back out at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mark Arthur up on the outside. He's going to try to get the big move into turn number 1, but JD just too strong down on the inside. And Logan Clampett going to come behind as well. Logan Clampett now into the second spot. And setting his sights on JD Laird. They're 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows deep in turn 3. Now to turn 4 now. The top 2 car is going to break away right there. That's Logan Clampett and J.D. Laird. Behind them, here comes the number 68 truck. That is Damon Gilbert. And look at this, out of nowhere, Garrett Smithley in the number 43. He's moved up into the 4th spot, driving the wheels off of that truck as we hit turn 3. And he still hasn't cleared the number 19, but now he does. So the 43 Garrett Smithley up into the 4th spot. Matt Koch going to be behind him. He's going to follow through onto the inside. So the SegPay machine running strong up into the 4th spot. Now a battle for the lead. Here comes Logan Clampett. He's going to go down to the inside of J.D. Laird and take that spot. The number 44, the Diet Mountain Dew sponsor machine, going to go to the front and take the lead down the back straightaway. And J.D. Laird not done yet. He's fighting back on the outside. Gilbert is going to be there as well. Gilbert's going to go down to the inside, try to sneak in there and draft with Clampett up towards the front. J.D. Laird now falling back into second. Gilbert going to come down and close the hole on the inside, but J.D. getting that big run off of the corner and allows a lot of speed down the straightaways as he pulls back up alongside. Especially out of turn number 2, if you can keep that truck pinched down on the inside. And J.D. Laird's going to clear Gilbert into turn number 3 with a big run on Clampett. He's going to push Clampett into turn 3, and now they're single file once again as J.D. able to defend that second spot. And while these guys were racing, look out, here comes Garrett Smithley in the number 43. He's in fourth spot, and he is on the back bumper of Damon Gilbert as these trucks snake down into turn number 1. So Smithley all over the back of Gilbert. Now he's going to look down to the inside. Matt Coker going to follow him or possibly stay on the outside as J.D. Laird going to pull back up onto the leader. Garrett Smithley now still side by side with Gilbert, but not able to make that stick. Yes, he does, barely. Oh, and Gilbert able to clear him. Not able to make the pass, but that's not going to be enough for Smithley as he's going to dig and try once again. Is Matt Coker going to go on the outside of the 43 out of turn number 2. Smithley going to try to come up and, oh, they barely make contact there as Smithley cleared himself down the back straightaway, and Matt Coker lifted and gave him room. So some good give and take racing going on right now as Garrett Smithley trying to work his way back up towards the front of the field. Logan Clampett still your leader, J.D. Laird in second, Damon Gilbert in third, as Garrett Smithley and Matt Coker fourth and fifth. Running in the sixth spot, it's going to be Dustin Lee, Nick Reynolds in seventh, Teddy Wisniewski after being involved with that wreck with Matt Clifton. He is back in eighth. Ninth going to be Mark Arthur. 10th going to be Stephen Hendren. 11th is Brian Kolb. All these drivers, we still have 18 trucks still on the lead lap, a bunch of trucks 1 and 2 laps down. So Smithley going to give way. He's going to give that fourth spot up to Matt Coker. And Brad Smithley knows we're just over halfway. Got a couple more pit stops to go, so no sense in racing super hard right now like these leaders are doing, still nose to tail. A lot of good-looking trucks up near the front as Damon Gilbert trying all he can to get back up there. And Dustin Lee, the fastest truck on the racetrack right now, he's closing on Garrett Smithley and Matt Coker. And then the battle rages on behind them. Mark Arthur down to the inside of Stephen Hendren. And then Brian Kolb, he's looking to the inside of Nick Reynolds. And it looks like Carson DiGiammattaso, he's going to look down to the inside, possibly a 3-wide move in turn 3. And he gets into the back of Brian Kolb, and whoa, what a save by the number 30 truck. Oh, man, and he slides back down the track. He saved it, but came back down the track into the right rear of the number 38 of Carson DiGiammattaso. Wow, we're going to queue up a replay for you right here, but what a save that was. What a save that was by Brian Kolb, and he was able to save it, but while he was turned left to save it, he got into the right rear of the number 38 and put him into the outside wall. So you saw in the replay there that Brian Kolb was issued the bump and run by Carson in the number 38, and Kolb saved it once, saved it twice, got sideways, tried to save it for a third time, and came back down the track and got into 38, which turned the 38 around. So caution lap number 40. We got 26 laps to go, and you can bet that there will be people back on pit road to get everything taken care of. We're going to go look up action leaders. Logan Clampett, is he going to come to pit road this time by? And he will. Going to be followed directly behind by J.D. Laird, and all the other drivers on the lead lap going to follow him in. Logan Clampett, J.D. Laird, he's going to take 2 tires, be down and away. Coker's in front of him. Him and, well, that's Logan Clampett. They're going to all take 4 tires, but J.D. is going to be the fastest one off the pit road with those 2 tires and be able to take the lead here as we get back out and resort it. We're going to give you the rundown as soon as we get across the start-finish line to be able to see where everyone is running. So as we cross the start-finish line, I'm going to give you an update on your running order. J.D. Laird's going to win the battle off of pit road with those 2 tires, followed by Chris E. Pence, Nick Reynolds, Brian Kolb, and then Logan Clamp and Garrett Smithley going to come out in the 5th and the 6th spot. Tonight's race being brought to you by Dan's Heating and Cooling, Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling out of the Washington State area, the sponsor of the series, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. Also by Michael Angelo's Painting. If you need some painting done in the Arizona area, give him a call, Michael Angelo's Painting, as well as John Hendrick in the paint shop. Find him on Facebook and on the iRacing forums. Thank you guys for coming on board to sponsor this series and the race here tonight. And we'll wait for the green flag to be shown again as we are past halfway, all downhill from now toward that checkered flag, and the winnings here tonight. Yes, the pace car the lights are off on the pace car, and we're going to go green next time. I am BJ Line alongside of Michael D'Amico. We are here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series. Your leader currently, J.D. Laird with Chris Pence to his outside. Space lights are off. We're going to go green this time by. These drivers definitely cannot make it to the end of the race on fuel, so if we go green, we're going to see either a splash and go or a 2-tire stop the rest of the way, but cautions do breed cautions. We're going to see what happens. Pace car turning left down on pit road. J.D. Laird and Chris Pence, your top 2 as the green flag flies once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Laird's going to take that early lead. Here comes Nick Reynolds down to the inside. Reynolds and Pence side by side battling for that second spot, and give it to Reynolds as we hit turn number 3. Now Logan Clampett, he's going to take that third spot from Pence. Has to check up all over the back of Nick Reynolds, and he's going to make the slingshot move down to the inside. Here comes the 68, now 3 wide through the quad oval. Damon Gilbert, Brian Kolb, Garrett Smithley, nowhere to go. Trucks in all 3 lines. Keep an eye on the Damon Gilbert, that 4th, 5th, and 6th place area. Looks hot, heavy contested. Oh, Nick Reynolds turns left. Oh, into Logan Clampett, who slides up there 4 wide in turn 3. And Brian Kolb gets around and spins Garrett Smithley. And wow, what a wreck that was. Yellow flag is out. There was like 4 different wrecks that happened right there. And we're going to see exactly what went down. I'm going to watch a replay on Nick Reynolds to see exactly what happened. And there was like two different wrecks happening right there between Brian Kolb, Garrett Smithley. A lot of different things right there going down, and then some drivers having words and seeing what just went down. As you can see, someone got into Logan Clampett, and then the 69 truck got up into Brian Kolb, which shot him up into the wall, and then Kolb shot back down the track into Garrett Smithley and spun Smithley around. And a lot of action happening right here. A lot of these drivers back down on pit road. So we're going to get this all sorted out. Who's got replays, who's got resets, who doesn't. Who's going to pit here? I think everyone's going to pit. 66 laps. We're on lap number 47. So lots of crazy racing action happening so far here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and some drivers still John added in the chat. Looking again, it looks like that Nick Reynolds maybe thought that he was clear on the inside, and he turned right down to, or he turned left rather to come down to his normal groove and got into the right rear of Logan Clampett. That stacked everybody up, and then there was another wreck in front of them where Brian Kolb and the 69 got together, and it shot Brian Kolb into the wall, and he shot back off and turned Garrett Smithley around. So tough breaks going on for a lot of these drivers, and they're still going at it in the chat. And you can see Garrett Smithley getting turned around and watching the Brian Kolb, and then there's Austin Jones coming in as well. And I don't know if Smithley got a whole lot of damage from that. He might have got some right there. I don't know if he got a whole lot of damage. The front end of the truck doesn't look too awful bad for the 43. Remember, he is the points leader. So watching right now as we're look at Garrett Smith. Oh, he's crab walking pretty bad. So no damage on the front of that truck, but the suspension is all messed up in the rear, and he is crab walking around the track. So Smithley going to try to limp around and get some points here and save his points lead, as it looks like we're going to go green with about 15 laps. So Smithley able to drive that truck around and just stay out there and get some points. That's all he needs right now. So the pace lights are still on. J.D. Laird currently being shown in the leader with Dayton Gilbert, Matt Coker, Dustin Lee, and Teddy Wisniewski. The top five. 6th place, Chris Penn. 7th, Mark Arthur. 8th, Karsten DiGiammatteo. 9th, going to go to Logan Clampett, and series sponsor Danny Rudy going to be in 10th. Garrett Smithley currently being shown in the 15th spot. And the pace lights are off, so we're going to go green this time by Gilbert in 2nd, J.D. Laird in 1st, coming down towards the end of the race. Here we go. If you thought it was exciting now, just wait. Coming out of turn 4, pace car going to make that hard left-hand turn. Everyone going to be stacking up, ready to go for this restart. J.D. Laird, your leader, gas down, throttle on. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're back underway. J.D. Laird going to take that lead, but here comes Coker with a big run. He's going to take 2 for 1 and go to the inside. Side-by-side battle for the lead out of turn number 2. And the 69 of Matt Coker going to take that spot. What a power move he had in turn 1 from J.D. Laird, and now J.D. going to try back down to the inside, and he's going to take that spot back 3 wide behind them. These drivers know that the end of the race is coming down, and Coker and Laird, and now the yellow flag flies again. As they were 3 wide going into turn number 3, and the 38 car, or the 38 truck rather, Karsten DiGiammatteo, looks like did not hold his line where he was supposed to be and came up, or possibly the 26 came down. I don't want to say exactly what happened until we look at the replay, but the 26 and the 38 made contact. Chris Pence and Carson made contact as Logan Clampett went 3 wide down onto the inside, and around both of them went, and Austin Jones involved, the 12, the 19, a bunch of drivers involved in turn number 4. you can see after this race, or after we get done showing the replay, we'll show a live image of the 38 truck. He is absolutely crab walking. That's the worst crab walk I've ever seen. It's like a backwards drift going on that number 38. That is amazing. I don't even know how those tires are still on the truck, but that is crazy. The 38 now making its way down onto pit road. That National Guard sponsor machine. Tough, heavy damage for that. So after that, JD Laird is your leader. We're going to go ahead and get a quick chat with him. Hey, JD, DJ lineup in the broadcast booth. Hey, buddy, we picked you to win earlier, and that's usually the curse, the broadcasting curse that happens, but so far it's worked out all right. Want to know, how's your tires and how's your fuel strategy to the end?
Well, I remembered how many laps I did on a practice run, and if it goes green the whole way, I might be screwed. I don't know yet, but we had a strategy set for if this race went green, and I've been adapting it as a way that goes on, and I don't know yet. It needs to go green to the end for me to figure out if I'm screwed or not.
Well, we're definitely going to be watching that truck, one of the nicest trucks out there tonight. Who do you got on the truck?
Well, if you got a white, blue, black, and yellow thing, then that'd be me. Here at Graphics.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out at jdrgraphics.com, as you see on the back of the truck we're watching right now go across the screen. JD, best of luck the rest of the way. Hope you can bring it home, and hope that fuel stands up for you.
Well, hopefully we put enough zip ties on the fuel lines to where we can save a little bit. Appreciate it.
All right, Darrell Waltrip. We'll see you at the end here. Hopefully see you in victory lane.
Thank you.
All right, JD Laird, always the character and always good to talk to you here on the Broadcast Network. Doesn't know if they have enough fuel to make it to the end of the way, or, well, the end of the race. We're going to have, 11 to 12 laps to go when we get the green, and you see drivers down on the inside saving fuel, trying the best that they can to get around and get it done. So I think the pace lights are going to go off this time by... Brian Kolb has officially retired from the event. He has taken the number 30 truck behind the wall after being involved in multiple wrecks here tonight. He was involved in 2 wrecks, and none of them were of his doing. Just some rough racing going out there, some tough luck for him. So, here we go. Resetting the field for you. Pace lights are off. We're going to go green next time by. Your top 10 look like this: J.D. Laird, Matt Coker, Damon Gilbert, Teddy Wisniewski, Dustin Lee, the top 5, Mitchell Reeves, George Bark, Mark Arthur, Danny Rudy, and Logan Clampett, your top 10. Matthew Quick in 11th, Garrett Smithley in 12th, Ronald Boggs in 13th, Austin Jones in 14th, George Bark in 15th, Chris Pence in 16th, Nick Reynolds in 17th, Karsten Di Giamatasso in 18th, Brandon Short in 19th, 20th going to belong to Stephen Hendren, and Brian Kolb retired from this event in 21st. And now Karsten Di Giamatasso, he's going to take his truck behind the wall. He is officially retired from this event. So Nick Reynolds currently being shown the only truck 1 lap down. Okay, so here we go. Pace car going to turn in again, and we're going to set these guys loose. Going to have about 12 laps to go. Can they go all the way on fuel? Do they have enough tires? We don't know. Neither do they. J.D. Laird, Matt Coker, your top 2. Green flag flies. We're back underway. Kenny Wisniewski in that 25 on the outside of row number 2. He's going to try to push Matt Coker along the outside of J.D. Laird. And a lot of drivers behind them as well. Gilbert going to go down to the inside. Logan Clampett trying to weave his way back up through the field as the laps now start to wind down. And now Coker really pinching hard on Damon Gilbert. Almost some contact right there, but Coker doing all he can to save that second spot. And now he's going to look to the outside of J.D. Laird in turn number 1. So Matt Coker in that number 69 truck definitely has a fast truck, but he's stuck on the outside. And like we said earlier, you can defend out there, but you really can't make an offensive move on the outside. So Laird is going to retain that lead. Here comes Wisniewski down to the inside. Gilbert moving up into that second spot. Keep an eye on the leaders here as the laps wind down. I'm going to watch them here closely for another lap or so, and then we're going to look back through the field real quick before the end of the race. Battle for third raging on between the drivers of Teddy Wisniewski. Matt Coker still up on the outside, eating the tires up on the outside line. He can't get down to the inside. He's got a spot a couple positions back from these drivers, but still he's really pinching Wisniewski down again, trying to get around him and not let Wisniewski get up the racetrack and keep his momentum, and it might allow Coker to get this spot in turn one, and no, it doesn't, as Wisniewski drives back down toward the inside. They're still side by side, not even an inch in between those trucks, and behind them, Mark Arthur got hard into the outside wall. That allows Logan Clampett to streak down to the inside, and he's going to take that sixth spot. So move last week's winner, Logan Clampett, in the number 44, up into the sixth spot. Mitchell Reeves back there, Nick Reynolds, George Bark all battling back there as well. But the battle remains up front. These drivers doing all they can to win. Logan Clampett being shown as the fastest truck onto the racetrack right now. He is closing on your leader, J.D. Laird, who said to us earlier when we talked to him on the last caution, he doesn't know if he's got enough fuel to make it all the way. So we're coming down here. 66 laps is the total, and we're going to start lap number 60. So 7 to go this time by. Possibly some of these drivers second, third on back, maybe saving a little bit of fuel in the wake of the draft of the number 70 truck, knowing that he might not be able to make it all the way, and if they definitely don't think they can make it all the way, then they know for sure he can if they're on the same pit strategy. So we don't know. We could have a bunch of cars running out of fuel on the white flag lap, so stay tuned, don't go away. This is getting interesting. Now 5 laps to go. Does J.D. Laird have enough fuel to make it? Can Logan Clampett catch these drivers? He's not worried about fuel. He pitted the last time, and he's got 4 fresh tires, and he is on the move towards the front. Logan Clampett being shown only 9/10 of a second. He has caught these drivers. So fuel strategy and a fast driver on 4 fresh tires with no worries of fuel. Oh man, it's going to come down to the end. It's anybody's race as we hit the start-finish line with 4 laps to go, I do believe. 4 or 5 laps to go. 66 laps is your total. So now, Logan Clampett had a little bit of trouble there, pushed up into the outside wall, and he is now 1.2 seconds back. So it is a 5 truck race right now between Laird, Gilbert, Coker, Wisniewski, and Lee. Now there's 4 laps to go. So lap number 63, 4 to go this lap, and 3 more. And the top 4 who we're focusing on right now, lining up, getting closer and closer. Who can make it on fuel, who can't? Laird, Gilbert, Coker, Wisniewski, all within 0.3 of a second of each other. Dustin Lee back there as well, 0.5 of a second back, and Logan Clampett now falling like a rock. He is now 1.6 seconds back. 3 laps to go. It's anybody's race as we hit turn number 1. Here comes Damon Gilbert up onto the back of J.D. Laird. Is he going to make the move down to the inside? He's pushing Laird into turn 3. Now he's going to shoot late down to the inside. A dive bomb move by Damon Gilbert to the inside, and J.D. Laird is out of fuel. The 70 out of fuel. J.D. Laird is out of fuel. Your leader has run out of fuel here with 2 laps to go. The battle for the lead now raging on up front. Coker, Gilbert, side-by-side battle out of turn number 2. Gilbert not letting Coker get that position. They're still side-by-side, and Wisniewski in third. He's falling back. It's a 2-car race right now. And Coker goes up and slams into the side of the 68 of Damon Gilbert. Now the crossover move. Here comes Gilbert back down to the inside. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go. 3 trucks in the battle in turn 3. Wisniewski back down to the inside. He's going to take that second spot, driving in hard. Coker not going to lift. He's on the outside. Still side by side, pinching down hard. Up onto the top of the racetrack. Damon Gilbert, your leader, now coming down to block the number 25. 25 going to the inside. They got a lap car in front of them, and they're 3 wide, and all around goes Gilbert up into the 69 truck. And who's it going to be coming out of the corner? Oh, man, what a run to the start-finish line. And your race winner is going to be Matt Coker. Wow, tough break for Gilbert as he gets turned in turn 3. And on the last corner, Matt Coker, who thought he lost the race, slides up to the wall, gets hit in the left rear, saves the truck, and wins here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Matt Coker with an amazing run towards the front, and he is going to win the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series race, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Some great action going on right here. Your top 5 looks like this. Matt Coker, Dustin Lee, Kenny Wisniewski, Logan Clampett comes back to finish in 4th, Mark Arthur in 5th, Mitchell Reeves in 6th, Matthew Quick in 7th, George Bark in 8th. 9th is going to be George Bark 3, Austin Jones in 10th, and points leader Garrett Smithley going to come home last car in the lead lap in 13th. So it's going to be tough for him to get that spot or to retain that points lead. And J.D. Laird not happy with us as we did pick him to win the race, the booth pick earlier today, and he ran out of fuel with 2 laps remaining, and Matt Coker able to sneak through that last lap pass and wreck and demolishment in turn number 3, and he brings home the damaged Old Dairy sponsored number 69 into victory lane. So we're going to get a quick word with Matt Coker as he does a smoke show, a burnout on the front stretch here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. All right, is Matt Coker enjoying the victory lane celebrations here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Matt, what a great run that was. You got past there late at the end, didn't think you had a chance to get back up there, and they wrecked in front of you, and you were able to slam it up against the outside wall, still got hit in the left rear, and was able to come home the winner here tonight, and that fantastic finish. Congratulations on the win, and tell us about that last lap.
Oh, man, that last lap was wild. I mean, going into 3 there, I ran Damon up a little bit. And we got into each other. He slid up, and I felt bad. Let out of the gas a little bit, and then he crossed me. And I figured for the last lap, we're going to have a good battle. And then going into 3 there, he just got turned, it looked like. And then I just stayed in it. Hopefully nobody else could make it. And paid off tonight.
Awesome. Well, who do you got on the trunk that you'd like to give a shout-out to, and anybody watching you here tonight?
Man, I got to thank Coker Motorsports first and foremost, and Old Dairy for sponsoring. That's pretty much it. All Pro for having put it on this show, and Danny Rude. I mean, it's a great place to race.
Absolutely, and you know, Matt mentioned it. We'd like to mention it too. We always appreciate what Danny Rudy does, the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top-Notch Truck Series, which Matt Coker in victory lane here tonight. Congratulations, Matt, and hope to see you back in victory lane many more times for the rest of the year.
Oh, we'll try it. Thank you very much.
All right, so Matt Coker is your winner. We're going to work our way down the line here as we got Dustin Lee now as we stand outside his truck. Second place, Dustin. Not a bad run right there. Tell us about that last lap and all the excitement that led up to it.
Yeah, I was just I thought maybe something was really going to happen, and it did, but I was just a little bit too close and, you know, kind of got caught up in it too. But, yeah, all in all, I was just happy just to keep up with him. I haven't really raced in almost like 6 months, in my opinion. But, yeah, it was a good run. Good to come away with a second there.
Absolutely. After qualifying 9th, ended up in 2nd here tonight. Congratulations on that. Any sponsors anybody like to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to All Pro Racing. Thanks for putting this on. And, you know, you're commentating, and my sponsor, Olive Hill Welding.
Well, we definitely appreciate what you had to say there about us, Dustin. We appreciate you racing with us. Congratulations on the second place finish here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hope to see you back here real soon next week.
Thanks, man.
All right, so Dustin Lee right there in the second spot. Going to go down a little farther and catch up with Teddy Wisniewski. Hey, Teddy, I mean, we're standing outside your truck right now. Came home in the third spot, qualified in 15th, made your way up to third to finish the race. Talk to us about that last lap and all the excitement leading up to it.
Yeah, I had a decent run, but I was kind of pushing the center, and I didn't really see. I saw the replay once, but I was at first intent pushing Damon, but then, down that backstretch, I got a really good, good run off of 2, and got that little bit of draft, and he started to block it a little bit like he should. He's going for the win. We all were, and I got my nose under them, under Damon, and we got together a little bit of netcode, not too much, but a little bit, and me and Damon talked about it. We saw eye to eye, and we both saw it the same way. We're cool, but in all, I hope the fans watch and enjoy that one, because that was an exciting finish for everyone up in the top 5.
Absolutely. Was a great run for you and a very exciting finish at the end for all the fans. Between wreck happening and JD running out of fuel with 2 to go. Congratulations again on the third place finish, Teddy.
Thank you.
All right, so we heard from your top 3 here tonight, and not to take anything away from Matt Coker, Dustin Lee, or Teddy Wisniewski, but that's not the top 3 that you would expect to see here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. These drivers mainly more based towards short tracks and stuff like that. A lot of the heavy favorites here for the 1.5 mile oval racing had some trouble, ran out of fuel, involved in a couple wrecks, but like I said, not taking anything away from the top 3, but it was a great run for them, and congratulations. Like we said, weren't expecting them to be up there, and they were. We ate crow here tonight on the broadcast, and that's what it's all about, having fun, having a good time. That's what we're all here to do, so congratulations to all of them. Want to remind you again, we will be back here live on the All Pro Broadcasting Network next week, next Monday night, for the next race of the Dan's Heating and Cooling Top Notch Truck Series, and then not next weekend, but 2 weeks from now, next 2 weekends from now, on Sunday night, we'll be back again at Kentucky Motor Speedway for the 50-50, the bi-weekly 50-50 series in the Cup cars, the Gen 6 Cup cars, open setups, and always some good money on the line for there. And as always, no entry fees here at at the All Pro Racing. Check out our website at all-pro-racing.com. And before we sign off, also want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors again. Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling, the sponsor of the Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling Truck Series, every Monday night here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. Also, Michael Angelo's Painting. Need some painting done in the Arizona area? Give him a call. Michael Angelo's Painting. Find him on Facebook and see what they can do for you. Also, John Hendrick from the Paint Shop. Some great paint jobs always out here on the All Pro Racing Leagues. Find them on Facebook. Find them on the iRacing forums. So, race fans, until next time, we saw a great battle here tonight, and we'll always see a great battle here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network. I am DJ Lion, along with Michael D'Amico, pushing all the buttons and making everything happen downstairs. Reminding you to keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down, and always, always, always keep that hammer down. We'll see you next Monday night, right here on the All Pro Broadcasting Network.